Dear Heather, I feel out of control. I'm in a vicious cycle and I do not know how to get out. Help. Hey, it's Heather Chauvin, wife, mother of 3 boys, former social worker, breadwinner, recovering hustler, and stage 4 cancer survivor. I'm not a fan of that term, by the way. Beyond all of these titles and labels, I'm a human being, just like you, attempting to navigate it all while feeling good. My goal on this podcast is to show you that you can live an energized, sustainable life both at home and in your work. It doesn't matter if you stay at home full time, if you work from home, you're a CEO, a successful business owner, or trying to find some inspiration. On this show, I attempt to keep it real with stories, interviews, and random thoughts. This is not a business or career podcast, and it's not a parenting podcast. It's both and so much more. You will laugh. You may even cry, and you may even get a little frustrated with the truth you've been hiding from yourself. I believe all human behavior is a language, whether it's through your child's behavior, your health, or a relationship. And when we learn to listen instead of react, we begin to understand what it truly means to feel alive and in control. It's time to put your big girl pants on and find your brave. Let's go. Hey ladies, I'm back and today is Wednesday Q&A. So, 2020 for me personally is all about connecting with you. This year I'm writing my book. It is going to get written and published, and I have the team behind me that I need, and it finally feels like alignment. I felt like I had to go through a crazy dating game, trying to figure out what I needed in a relationship with a team and people who could help me birth this book because of my learning style and who I am. And then I had to work through so much shame about not feeling like I was good enough. And I know I'm going to have so much more shit to work on. But because I'm working on this book this year, I really, really, really want to connect with you. And I'm extremely approachable, even though I do not or cannot respond to every single message that I receive. I am a real human and I want to hear from you. So sometimes I go back and forth with listeners on Instagram. So all you have to do is head on over to Instagram, find me at Mom is in Control. I'm sure if you look up my name too, Heather Chauvin, you'll be able to find me. Just follow me on Instagram and then send me a private message and say, hey, it's me. I listened to your podcast. Just let me know. But that right now we're creating a system where we'll have you call in or whatever it is. But right now people are sending their questions there. So when you're sending your questions or having conversations with me through Instagram, that's truly where I'm getting the I guess, inspiration for the Wednesday Q&As. So if you want to ask me a question, just head on over to Instagram and ask me there. You can also email us, my team, support@heatherchauvin.com. And last name is spelled CHAUVIN.com. I do not read those emails. My team forwards them to me and we keep them in a folder. So I do read the emails. I just don't read them when they come in and I cannot respond to all of them. So it's easier to get a hold of me on Instagram. That's what I'm trying to say to you. So let's dive in. Okay, so today's Q&A is all about a conversation that I had with a beautiful woman named Sarah. And Sarah really inspires me. Sarah has been following me for a while on Instagram and she tags me in a lot of things. And I just want to give a huge shout out to Sarah because I see you kicking ass and taking names and you are always commenting on my stuff, sending me so much love. And I think oftentimes when we're starting out on a journey, we don't realize all the shit that we have to go through and to shed to become the woman and the mother and the human being that we want to be, right? So feeling alive and feeling alignment in your life, feeling like I fucking got this and I'm like singing from the rooftops. It 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 takes time. It takes dedication, it takes consistency. And when you first start, you feel like you're doing the work and nothing's showing up. So Sarah is one of those women that I've been kind of watching on Instagram, and she shows up consistently with her, fitness routine, and her mindset is changing. And so I sent her a message and I said, "Hey, do you want to attend Alive?" So the Alive event, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, is February 6th and 7th. And then so we started talking about money because Sarah said, I don't have enough money right now. And I didn't call her out and be like, "You liar, of course, if it's a priority for you," because I know I've said that before. And I want to break that down today of kind of what do I actually mean when I'm saying that. So there were times in my life when I legit had nothing, like beans and rice. I was on welfare. I was a single parent, like at the lowest of low in my life. And if somebody said to me, if I was like, "Oh my gosh, I really want to attend this event and it's $500, there's no way I can do that." And that coach or that person said to me, "If it's a priority, you'll make it happen." I wouldn't have understood what that meant. So I had a conversation with Sarah, and we went back and forth, and we were talking about money. And I was just incredibly grateful that she was open to receiving that feedback, because money is such a triggering topic. So the point of what I'm trying to say is I guess the Q&A today is like, how do I get ahead when I feel like my life is out of control and I'm impatient and I want things to happen now? So when you want something bad enough, you figure it out, right? If you're really hungry, I'm going to give you, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say this. My weakness is chips. If I want chips bad enough, I'm going to fucking figure out how to get them, right? Because that emotional drive, the brain is like, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Please do not ridicule me on emotional eating and all of that fun jazz. I'm human and know the chips that I eat are typically not organic. And if I die from eating non-organic chips, I have lived a good life. I think we put way too much pressure on ourselves for food and fitness and all of that. And I'm a huge advocate of feeling in alignment, feeling good. Yeah, I'm all about, having boundaries, but, once in a while, just fucking reward yourself. You're not an awful human. So back off of my chip rant. My point of that is if you want something bad enough, you're going to get it. I see this with my children as well, right? I see this with my teenager. It's like he wants something, he's going to bug me for it. He's going to get it. I've even seen him, I will be like, "I'm really busy, but if you organize how you're going to get there and you tell me this and you tell me that and blah, 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 then you can go." And he does what he needs to do and he makes shit happen. If you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen. But here's the thing. When we feel out of control in our life, we need to stop what we're doing. And we need to say, why? And I'm going to pertain this to money because this is a Q&A about I can't afford it. Why can't I afford this? Really, why can't I afford this? And then you need to have some hard truth with yourself, because it has been amazing to me at what I've been able to attract in my life when I needed something. Post-cancer, we had no money, like fucking no money, like credit cards maxed out, paycheck to paycheck. And I remember investing in myself a lot in functional medicine at the time. And I sold everything. I worked like odd and like I did anything I possibly could to make some cash, all while going through chemo at the same time. And I just fucking made it happen. I didn't care if I was burning myself out because I was living in a crisis state and I just knew I needed to stay alive. So I was asking my, people for money. I was like, I would pay them back after, like years later. Literally like sold everything, sold a trailer that we had, which was like a few $1,000s. We didn't go on any vacations. I didn't buy anything new. I think for Christmas that year, like we literally made the Christmas gifts. It was just like beans and rice. It was like all down to the basics. Now, I know, beans and rice, and then we're going to have the conversation about diet. I'm not going there. My point is, I was in such a crisis state that if I wanted to make something happen, I figured out how to make it happen because my brain went into survival mode. It went into fight or flight. And oftentimes we go into fight, flight, or freeze. So your body wants to fight, wants to react, it wants to get defensive and go, oh, you don't understand, I can't afford it, blah, 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 and, I'm not educated and da-da-da. Or you go into flight, which is avoidance, and you just run away from the problem and you avoid looking at your money. Or you freeze and you get paralyzed. So that used to be me. I used to fight. I was angry and I would be defensive. Now I know I have the tools, the coping strategies to calm myself down and to focus and go, Heather, why are you scared? Why are you scared? Okay, you want to go do this thing, you want to pay for it. The first question I ask myself is, how am I going to make it happen? How am I going to make it happen? And then the second question I ask myself, what specific actions do I need to take to make it happen? And I also want you to notice like how I'm slowing my voice down. So sometimes I'll even take pen to paper and I'll write it down and I will, literally ask myself, how am I going to make this happen? And then as I'm doing that, I'm thinking about action and strategy. Okay. So first, I need to open my bank accounts. I need to open my Visa statements. And this is old Heather. This is what I had to do. And I would look, what am I spending my money on? Oh my God. I spent X amount of dollars this month just on eating out alone. Oh my God, look, I spent money here I didn't even know. Wow, I have these 3 apps on my phone that have been charging my credit card every month and I haven't been paying attention. So you go through a money audit and you have to line by line, debit by debit, Visa by Visa. You're going to want to vomit and shit your pants, but just do it anyways. And add up all of the extra money that you have been wasting. Because we all do it, right? Are you using that gym membership? If not, get rid of it. How much have you spent on clothes this month? How much have you spent on takeout? Like, why aren't you making coffee at home? I'm talking about if there's something that you really want to do and you don't know how to cut back. It could be debt. It could be savings. It could be whatever. If you have a goal, you have to do uncomfortable things to get there. So when people say things to me like, I can't afford it, I know it's, a loaded question, but that's just a way out, right? You can, just say your truth. I'm terrified that if I say yes to, I'm scared to travel by myself. Or what if I fail? Or I'm afraid my husband is going to lash out or my partner is going to lash out and I don't know what to do. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's listening to me. I keep saying husband. And that I know that all the women and moms that listen to me are not necessarily in that type of partnership. So I apologize. So I keep trying to catch myself saying partner, but just know I'm trying to change that. Anyways, back on schedule. So what the fuck was I saying? Oh, my partner, is going to say something or whatever it is. Just honor the feeling or the reason behind that, or it's not a priority for me right now. Because just because I can afford something doesn't mean I have to do it. Like, that's an energetic boundary, right? So if someone's like, hey, Heather, do you want to come to this event? And they're like, the tickets are $1,000. $1,000 to me, I'm going to have to think about it. I'm going to think and go, do I want to spend that money on that event? It's really going to make me think about it. And then if I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not jazzed about it. I'm not excited about it. It's not in alignment where I'm at right now. And I go, no, thank you. It just doesn't feel in alignment right now. Awesome. But if that person comes back and says, well, I'll give you a ticket for free because, they like me or whatever, or know me, or I got a free ticket somehow. It doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, now I'm going to go because it's free. But now I already am not going because, or I wasn't going to go because it wasn't in alignment. And now I'm just going to, if I just say yes, I'm going to go because it's free or it's cheap, but really it's still not in alignment. So why am I wasting my time and my energy to attend an event that's really not in alignment? It's just a bucket filler, right? It's just a time filler. So when we start to value our time more and energy more, we realize it becomes sacred. So people are always asking, oh my God, how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you afford this? How do you afford that? I just don't spend a lot of money on shit that is useless in my life. Like, if it doesn't give me value, I'm a minimalist. I buy quality products, but I don't buy a lot of them because I buy shit that lasts. And I typically, when I'm hiring somebody to help me for something, I go to, the top or the best of the best because I value quality. I deliver a quality product and service for my clients. And I don't know, I just value quality. I'm like, get in, get out. I don't have time for bullshit. And so that's, the nature of how I run and function in my life. So I have just ranted for I don't know how long about this question. And I hope you gain some value from this. But my point is, at the beginning, what do you do when you feel out of control? And I was talking about money. Stop what you're doing. There you go. Stop what you're doing and just sit with a pen and paper and just cry. And just write down your money shit. Start writing your thoughts down. What do I want? Okay, I want to go on a vacation. Great. How are you going to get there? Start writing the action steps on how you're going to get there. And have the courage to go after your goal. The reason why we feel stuck and in a cycle is because we're choosing the same actions again and again and again and again and again and again. It's an addictive thought process. So but the beauty is you can always choose again, but you can choose another action. So do something today that scares the crap out of you. Let it have something to do with money. And I want to hear from you. So send me a message on Instagram. Let me know what you took away from this random rant that I stated today. And that's it. That's all I got for you. I will be back on Friday for Friday Reflect and Review. According to a study published on Fast Company, conducted at the University of Kansas, women are burning out at an alarming rate, even before having children. And that number rises with the additional responsibility of raising a family. And the gap between ambition and putting themselves in a position for promotion isn't going anywhere. Why, you ask? The world needs more empowered mothers. Women who are willing to unlearn everything that they've been taught. Women who are courageous enough to feel good and not feel guilty for it. I am living proof that you can feel alive, energized, peaceful, and put yourself on your own damn to-do list and make an even bigger impact in your children's lives and those around you. I want to show you how to think, how to act, how to behave, so you can step into that version of you that has been screaming for your attention. And the best part is, all you have to do is take the next step. and invest 2 minutes of your time and book a complimentary call with someone on my team to see if my community and coaching is the right fit for your big vision. The relationships you desire, the money, time, and energy that you know deep down you are capable of creating. So head on over to heatherchauvin.com/let's talk. That's Heather Chauvin, CHAUVIN.com/let's talk. LETSTALK. And take the next step in the right direction. You are here because you were born to make a difference. Taking a stand for how you feel means you are taking a stand for how your children show up as adults. You've got this. Let's go.